Okay, Liz, I know what you're gonna say, and you're gonna say, no, we don't need to make this video about the Sanders Sides video. It's been over a week. Time to get over it. But hear me out. No, closer frame me. We are not talking about prinziety right now. That's not the point of this video. That's not what we're here for. Okay, do you think I'm a peasant? I was gonna say logicality. Hey, it's Liz, and due to the fact that it is not only the second quadrant, but this is the week of Valentine's Day, I am now addressing Matesprit ship, just like I did the week of Valentine's Day 2 years ago when I first described Matesprit ship, which I'm sure I did a mediocre job, to be honest. This is following the whole pattern of how to acquire a Matesprit, like last week was how to get a Moira. But, of course, gotta slap my disclaimers on this. Oh wait, no, hang on. First, let's talk about what a Matesprit is. It's literally a boyfriend slash girlfriend slash non-gender specific date friend or significant other, or however you would like to refer to that person. That's it. Simple as that. Y'all know what that means. Anyways, moving into it. The disclaimer on this video is that if you are here because you think you're in the friend zone and you want to get out of the friend zone, yeah, that's not what this is about. This is about, hey, I feel like I'm in a place in my life where I would like to pursue a romantic relationship because I am happy with who I am as a person. Then that's where this advice plays in. But if you are, looking for someone else to give you validity, first of all, you're beautiful and you need to love yourself, okay? You do not need anyone else to tell you how worth it you are. Find the worth that is within, and then, if you so choose, you can find happiness with another person as well. And if you think you're in the friend zone because you asked someone out or confessed your feelings to them and they don't feel the same way, yeah, this video is not for you. There's no. You either get over it and continue to be the friend, or if it's too awkward for you to continue being their friend, then you just stop. There's no way out, because I'm sorry, but if you've been rejected, don't keep asking. Persistence will not be rewarded, because that's not really persistence. That's harassment. Anyways, back to actual advice. This starts pretty much the same way that my advice concerning getting a Moira does. Start with finding a friend, and of course, in some situations, it's not necessarily start with a platonic friendship with this person. Sometimes you are set up on blind dates, or you use a dating app or website that, you go into this with the intention of possibly pursuing a romantic relationship. But either way, when you meet a person and you start getting to know them, it's that getting to know them part that I'm referring to. The whole, long-term relationship thing doesn't really happen until you know each other. Because if you commit yourself to a person that you know nothing about, it's probably not going to go so well. Because you're setting yourself up for a lot of bad possibilities. So, obviously start getting to know them. Ask them questions about themselves and be honest about who you are. The same way I was just talking about last week with Moira Lee. Crazy how any relationship with another person starts with having conversations and being honest about yourself. Mind-blowing. Almost like there's a message there. The second step is, in the case that you start to have stronger feelings for them, identify those feelings, because sometimes you're like, wow, I really like you and I might even love you, but totally as friends, and other times it's like sibling type love, and other times it's the actual romantic kind of love, and you have to sort of be careful, especially the less experienced you are with your feelings, because they get more confusing the less experienced you are. So, don't impulsively act on any feelings. Think about it. Think, okay, I really like this person, but how do I like them? Because I do not want to get hurt, and I do not want to get them hurt. And if you do, in fact, realize that you have romantic feelings for them, then while maybe give it some time, because I think that sometimes for some people crushes will happen and like that. So give it time. Make sure that's like a thing that's actually like staying. And in the meantime, find out if they are attracted to your gender. Because, you know, if, for example, you are a lesbian and try to ask out a straight girl, don't do that, kids. So, yeah. I'm trying so hard, but I'm like, oh, you would think I would, like, know these things, but finally, kind of try and judge how they seem to react to you. And if it seems like they might be on the same wavelength, then honestly, the only thing left to do is take a chance. There is no certainty in love, and some of us are lucky enough to find love with someone who we know intimately well and is our best friend and has been with us for years through so much, and sometimes that connection happens a little bit quicker. And, you know, you're lucky enough to realize that this person that you have been falling in love with for whatever amount of time has been falling in love with you too, and that is always beautiful. But you never get to know for sure. You have to take a chance. And that's, like, the hardest part, I think, is being brave enough to, with no certainty, look at another person and say, hey, you, I have the romances for you, and kind of hoping you might have them for me too. It's always a risk, and you always have the chance that you might get rejected, and that's okay. Rejection is like a normal part of life. It happens sometimes, and you move on, and maybe you need some time to recover, but that doesn't necessarily have to mean that the friendship is over, especially if it is a friend of a longer period of time. You should try to maintain friendships, because at the end of the day, if you were able to love them platonically before you love them romantically, you'll be able to love them platonically afterwards. And even if that glimmer of a crush never totally goes away, as long as you don't expect or feel entitled to anything from them, maintaining a healthy friendship is always possible. Just like I said last week, nothing should ever be forced when it comes to entering an intimate connection between yourself and another person. Again, if it does result in a romantic relationship, that is the upside, and I think that, yes, it's scary, and you kind of have to take a risk when you first tell a person how you feel, but it can be so worth it in the end. Like, hearing the person you like tell you that they've liked you for a while too is maybe one of the best feelings on the planet, and it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm not alone in this thing anymore. This is pretty great. Freaking love it. It's warm feelings. You know who else has a lot of feelings? You say, Patton, I am throwing you out a window. Anyways, I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below if you have more concise advice. I think when it comes to the world of feelings, there's only, like, so much you can do as far as giving good advice goes. It's like, yes, you can do these things, but at the end of the day, it depends on your feelings, and it depends on another person's feelings. Anyways, you can follow me in the links in the description box below. Be a bro, share this video with another bro, and if you have not done so yet, subscribe, because there are 2 more quadrants to go, and I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day, whether or not you have a significant other.